This is Lou's Golf and Fish Club.
Appreciate that. All right, we are back with part 2 of the Lou's Golf and Fish Club podcast. For part 2, we're going to get into our Angler of the Year here. We're gonna ask him some questions, get some details on his year and all that kind of stuff. But
all your success.
Yeah, all your success, how your journey from first Lou's tourney to your AOI victory and all that.
Oh yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah. I guess we can start with how did you get into fishing in general?
So growing up, I really didn't do a lot of fishing, especially this freshwater bass fishing is largely new to me. But I grew up in Long Island. My stepdad had a boat, and I would occasionally go out like blue fishing with him on the Long Island Sound, on the North Shore of Long Island. But I was never really into it. And then my senior year of high school, I moved to Florida to live with my father, and he lived on a barrier reef island called Little Gasparilla Island in the Gulf of America.
Hey.
And hell yeah, Gulf of America. It was a sort of a weird year for me, but the fishing there is just unbelievable. We were talking about some of that like sheep's head fishing, and there's a lot of that there, and there's snook fishing. So me and my brother would just kind of hang out on the dock and do a little bit of that. But in terms of bass fishing, this thing started about 12 or 13 years ago for me. My son Connor, who's now a 17-year-old, his grandpa, he went fishing with his my father-in-law in upstate New York, and they caught some bass, and then he came back from that trip with my wife, and we have a bunch of ponds where I live in Burke. Right behind my house, there's a really nice pond that's got some good bass in it. And he's like, "Daddy, can we go fishing?" And I was like, "Man, I don't really want to do this. I don't fish, So we went to Walmart and bought some ugly stick rods and some Shakespeare reels, nothing fancy, and just some bobbers and night crawlers. And I just started taking them out there, and we were catching bluegill and crappie and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, this is okay. And then one night, like, that bobber just like went down, and I end up reeling in a 4-pound largemouth out of one of these little ponds in my neighborhood, and something like hit me, man. It was like the juice just like was flowing through my veins, and I was like, this is really cool, and I was just literally, I was hooked, from that point on. And
you're like,
so, just self-taught, man, just like watching a lot of YouTube, reading everything I could online, reading books, just absorbing as much information as I could to just try to like learn about fish behavior, times of year, baits to throw at different times of year. And
so you didn't have any like knowledge of that kind of stuff prior? Like you didn't have any like nothing? Wow.
None, man.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. And and we do these annual trips up to Minnesota and start catching smallmouth up there, and pike and largemouth also up there. And we've been doing that trip. Well, this year will be the 11th year that we do that, and just mostly just bank fishing. I had a bunch of different spots. I would look at Google Maps, and I would just go out and explore. And as time went on, I've got one fishing rod, I've got two fishing rods. You guys know. Yeah. Now I don't even know how many I got. 25, 30, something like that, sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
In 2022, the winter of 2022, I just started thinking, man, like, I really want to take this to like a different level. I want to just keep becoming a better angler. And everybody I talked to was just like, man, you got to get off the bank. You got to get off the bank. So I started really looking into fishing kayaks, and I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I actually was real close to almost pulling it. But as you guys know, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6", and the idea of sitting in a kayak for like 8 hours a day, and I have bad hips naturally anyway. I was just like, I don't know. So then I just started shopping around for John boats, and I did some more research. I've been following guys like McCluskey and Streichel on Instagram, and I knew that the Res was like this like mecca of bass fishing, and that it had the 9.9 horsepower limit, and that it really was a John boat lake. So I focused on that, and I looked for a boat that I could buy to build for the purpose of getting myself out onto the res. So bought my boat on Facebook Marketplace, bought a new Suzuki 9.9 that I put on it, and just started fishing a little bit, and then that's around the time when I bumped into you guys on Facebook in one of the fishing groups.
Yes, sir.
And
awesome.
and reached out to Justin, and just got a great warm welcome. That's the thing that I love about you guys, man, is like it's just so casual, so approachable, and it really you guys made me feel, and it's obviously it's come true, like anyone can win in any one of these tournaments in the format that we run here in this club. So yeah, that first year was, our first tournament. We got third place. Me and Chris were so happy driving home that day, man. I was like, dude, we just fished our first bass tournament ever, and we got third place. We thought we were so cool. We were so happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, especially like your perspective, like you didn't grow up fishing, like you didn't have knowledge, like
correct.
Like we grew up doing that, like it's like second nature to us.
Yeah, it
you
was
came out there
intimidating.
and got third. Like most of those guys that fished that tournament fished from 5 years old or since you could walk pretty much.
Yeah.
You guys came out there and got third. Like that's
as nice as you guys were, it still was intimidating as hell because we didn't know you guys. I was like, there's a bunch of Virginia boys. Like, Chris is from Jersey. I'm from New York City. Like, what are these Yankee boys coming down here to fish in our Virginia tournament? But you guys. Yeah, we obviously here we are.
Man, it's been awesome.
Yeah,
for sure.
And just one other thing on that first year was like things went pretty well. We had a lot of second place and third place, and I think we won one maybe. And heading into that last tournament on Crockett, all we had to do was come in third place in that tournament. I would have locked up Angler of the Year in my first year fishing.
Damn.
Enter Thomas Alderman. Enter my trolling motor dying. We get fourth place. All we needed was third. We got fourth. And I choked away, and you guys still bust my balls to this day about that, how I choked away Angler of the Year that first year. But you know what? I got the trophy this year. So anyway, that's sort of the genesis.
You earned this bad boy.
And how I met you guys.
Did you hear about that day when Murtha was out there and his trolling motor died?
I mean, I was there. Yeah, I remember.
Dude,
it was his first tournament. It was his first
I almost killed you. I almost killed you.
It's like
you were about 10 bush lights deep, and you were being such a dick. And my trolling
I don't know if I heard about this.
Oh no!
Oh my God! It was me and Timmy on the boat. I think it was me and Timmy, right, my buddy?
Either that or Wink, I forget.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just so
and I was
pissed.
like, hey man, you need a like a little push. You need a little help to like get up to your next spot. And he's like, dude, it's like whatever, dude. Like. When was the last time you caught a fish? I'm like, dude, I just caught a couple fish back there. I said, you want me to take you back there? And he's like, dude, get out of my face. I'm about to kill you. I'm like, come on, dude. I just kept pushing. And he's like, I mean, come on, dude. I can just pull you back to the boat ramp. He's like, just get away from me, DZ. I don't fucking care. Like, get out of my face. I'm like, all right, I'll leave you alone.
I just think it's hilarious how stuff works out like that,
So
where it's just
funny.
like it creates these stories.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can't even make it up. You can't even make it up. Like how perfectly that worked out.
Yeah.
Like you come out first year, you get third, like start to be really good friends with us. Like you're about to win Angler of the Year first time, and all you need to do is get third place. And and now we got something to teach you about forever.
Yeah, that was a bad day. I mean, me and Chris were at each other's throats. My trolling motor battery is dying. On the way home, he told me I'm not doing these with you anymore, and like me and Chris had a breakup for a little while.
For the winter.
And then I'm talking to Aaron. You're gonna be my partner next year, and then
I remember that.
obviously, me and Chris have been boys for a long time, and we smoothed it over pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and
I think
obviously he's been my partner.
I think you and I fished at Mooney together.
Yeah, that was when he was on vacation.
And we did
that
pretty
summer.
well.
Yeah, we did all right.
And then he was like, yeah, you're going to be my partner next year. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be your partner, but sure.
Yeah, there's definitely something to your partnership, like being able to do well.
Yes.
Like, you have to have people that are like not the same, like headstrong type of people. You have someone that's like more passive and just kind of just like, all right, let's go with the flow, or maybe throw in suggestions here and there. But like, yeah, like you and Wink, just like constantly, like y'all two would be, same thing. It's like, yeah, you have to have somebody that you're confident with, or just like knows how to like get you back in your zone. Like Chris knows how to like calm you down and just like, hey man, just relax. Like
he's the Jimmy whisperer.
Lay down in the back of the boat for a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, me and Chris, I think, are both like pretty like kind of like alpha loud guys. You guys may not see it as much. I think he's kind of quiet when we're out fishing the tournaments with you guys. But like when we're fishing together, we and maybe this sort of transitions into some of the success that that we had this year. He just has the ability to calm me down, like when I because I can become a head case out there. I think we all can, and we'll game plan the night before, or the week before, and go out there with a plan. And if like plan A is not working, I start to turn into a big baby and start throwing a fit, and that's where Chris can step in and be like, well, remember we talked about plans B, C, and D last night? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, maybe we focus on that. So
there's definitely a lot to that. Like I've noticed, because I've fished with numerous partners, like Brandon and I definitely work well together because he's more passive, but he's not afraid to say, hey, let's go with plan C or D, or just make up a plan. Let's just go do something else. When I get in my head and like, dude, we're not catching anything, this plan's not working, he knows how to say, let's just go do what we know how to do. And definitely. And like Ant, like he kind of fishes different from me, so like me and him haven't really done that great. Like he likes cranking and doing certain stuff. I'm like, I don't really like.
Dude, that guy fishes a million miles an hour.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you want to do? And he's like, let's do this. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, but like, all right, let's try that for a minute. Yeah. So it's definitely a lot to the partnership. I mean, you've dealt with it too, Aaron, with having numerous partners.
All right, yeah. I mean, last year I had like 6 partners.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
tough
definitely
to win when you're constantly having different partners.
I definitely got to
that's
feel
a
it.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with Vaughn. I felt like he never had a consistent partner, because his brother was always kind of in and out, and like he was always scrambling to try to find like a buddy, and there was always a different buddy, and like he wasn't able to like compete, he wanted to. And now he has the partner teammate with Sean for the Fountainhead stuff. I think he's just has something solid that he can go to every couple weeks or whatever. But
totally.
So I mean, the Lose tourneys, it's crazy that you came out, just from like the Facebook post, and like now we're here. What
did you miss it
3 years later?
No. I made it to all the events last year.
Man.
Year before or year 2, we missed a couple, or I didn't have Chris for a couple of them, so it was just sort of a weird off year. But last year we definitely approached it with more of a thought process, more game planning ahead of time, but at the same time approaching it with like who cares? I'm just going fishing with my buddy today. We're gonna see our boys at the ramp, and we're gonna joke and we're gonna laugh, and it's just gonna be a good time. And whatever happens, it's we're gonna do our best. But at the end of the day, it's in God's hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I try to approach it.
Yeah.
Did you come to the catfishing tournament or no?
Did y'all have one last year?
No, we
2
had
years ago.
No, last year was like I came out jugging with you one night last summer.
No, he wasn't out there for the catfishing tournament when Aaron was hammered and fell off his boat.
I've heard stories. Yeah.
We definitely had some good times.
Fell off the boat twice, and then in order for us to leave, there was a post that I had to pull out of the freaking mud for us to leave because somebody decided to shut the gate. And I've never heard of Lake Ridge ever being shut.
Yeah, I hadn't either. That's why we did it.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to sit here till 6 o'clock in the morning. There's got to be a way to get out of this place. And I was like, oh, it's post move. Let's just push this over to the woods here.
And we all went around the gate and went out. That's hilarious.
Under advice of counsel, I'm going to suggest that you don't say any more on that topic.
It was I.
We can edit this out. Yeah. Anyways, so what I was going to get into next was... you start with the Lose tournament, all that kind of stuff. But dude, in your journey to becoming AOI, I feel like a lot of our adventures and our trips and stuff have contributed to being able to be AOI and have that confidence. Like, I'm just gonna go fishing with my, and just do what I know how to do and all that kind of stuff. Like, we've done the Shenandoah and the Susky and the New River and.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. Like, my friendship with you in particular, Justin, is like definitely, I feel like, made me a better angler, and I hope that, like, I've reciprocated you've taught me a lot about fishing, and I think I like to believe that I've showed you a trick or two as well. Like our Susquehanna adventures, falling into the Susquehanna.
Yes.
Luckily we were right at the ramp, but it was like late November, like 40-degree water. I've got the.
We've had so many funny things happen with our.
What
trips.
happened at the Susquehanna?
So we were right at the ramp, and this is back when Justin was still running his old Coleman Crawdad, and
with the lawn chair.
The seat in the back is just a camping chair that's sitting on like slippery plastic. It's not being held down by anything, and so I'm sitting in the chair. And we're all excited. We just drove up there that morning, and we're getting ready to go. We're taking pictures and everything. We're so pumped. We're gonna go crush the Susky. So I'm sitting in the camping chair. Justin goes to step on. I like slide to the left. He's like trying to hold the balance. I end up just like going completely over into the water. And I'm wearing one of those CO2 cartridge Bass Pro life vests. And it hits the water and it blows up all over in my face.
I think the funniest part from my perspective is like, you like hit the water and got up so fast that it actually blew up when
after I stood up.
You stood up.
Yeah. I'm standing up dry, and all of a sudden the thing just like.
I couldn't laugh then, but like,
no, that's funny. So we had to do a quick wardrobe change. Luckily, we had extra dry clothes. And, but yeah, man, going up to Raystown and giving it a go on my boat with you, and then going out with that guide, not Chase. I forget what that guy's name was that we went out on.
What was his
Raystown.
name? He was a weird guy. He was cool.
Yeah, he was a weird guy. He was a weird guy. It was cool, and like caught lake trout, which I never thought I really would be all that interested into, but we caught some nice ones with him.
Yeah.
And of course, like our many Shenandoah adventures together, man. Being there for your first citation. Is that still stand as your biggest Virginia smallmouth?
Well, the one I caught in the tournament was I actually was able to measure and get a picture of the measurement. But I think the one I caught with you was bigger than that one.
Yeah, I think so. That was a big fish.
That was a big smallmouth.
Yeah, that was. So anyway, man, like, and that's what, again, that's another thing that I just love about this club is that there's the tournaments, but then there's also just this community that we've built, right? Where in the off season, and even during the season, we're often, we're going out on Lake X on little missions and going out on the Shenandoah pre-fishing, even though in a couple of weeks we're going to be competing against each other and
showing each other
what we're going to be doing.
Finding spots.
Finding spots and then trying to race to get to them on tournament
day.
At each other,
like, I know where you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
been great.
Awesome. What 3 years now straight of just like, constant doing trips and fishing and
man.
You started in 2022 or 2023?
2023. So this will be my fourth season with the club. Yeah.
We started in 2023.
Yeah, because 2022 was our first year.
We only had 3 tournaments.
Yeah. 2023, 2024, and 2025 I've fished. So 2026 will be year 4 for me and Chris.
Hey.
So excited about it, man.
Yeah, man.
Really excited.
Yeah. So I was thinking the same thing. Like, all of our adventures and stuff has definitely helped my fishing in general with the tournaments and stuff. Like, you've taught me a lot as well. Like,
well, we got to get back to it. Ever since Big Weave is back, you and I ain't getting out together anymore, man. I got beef with you over this.
He had to get on the boat a few times.
Yeah, I know. He deserved it. He needed a few months in a year with his brother fishing.
Well,
you guys can borrow the Tri-Tune. You guys can all fit on there.
Oh, I love that thing, dude. That was amazing.
I think
this summer.
So I guess we'll get into. You kind of already talked about how to win AOI.
Go to every tournament, show up, come
I always
with a
say
happy
that.
face,
That's why I do the point structure the way it is with the half point for showing up, because it does matter. Even if you have a bad tournament, if you showed up, get a half point, like you're still in that race. A lot of people have been in in the AOY or GOY race just from showing up every tournament. Like,
yeah, I mean, so one of the things that I started doing this year a little bit more is just reaching out and talking to other anglers out there that don't necessarily fish our circuit and getting advice on what they would do on the weekends.
Yeah.
Chris is a real hard study when it comes to fishing. Like he's a real technician. He studies the science of fishing, and like that's really his strength, and he brings a lot of that. So like we'll meet the week or two leading up to the tournament. We'll be texting like the whole time about like, you know, I'll be like, hey, you know, I talked to so and so, and like seems like this might be a good bait this time of year, or this, you know, focus on main lake points or focus on down timber, like whatever may be like the right areas to be fishing and the right baits to be fishing. And you know, Chris is like more on the science side. He's like studying what the wind is going to be and what the barometric pressure is, and and he knows exactly what time the tides are. Like I don't you know, we're going to the aqua.
I'm more like that than Brandon. That's why Brandon and I work together well.
Yeah, so like it makes for a good team, and I think that was like a big thing is that in previous years we didn't necessarily like even have a plan going in. It was just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna wake up and just head on down there and, you know, just throw a drop shot and a Senko and just sort of see where it lands. And this year it was much more methodical, I would say. But at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, like no pressure. Like it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's great. It's winning. Yes. Am I happy I have that trophy? Yes. But it's really just about getting out there and being with your buddy on the boat fishing and hanging out with you guys afterwards. That barbecue at the end of the year and
awesome.
all that type of stuff, man.
I mean, I feel like there was plenty of tournaments where you're like, we had 3 bites and we caught 3 fish and we got first place.
Correct.
Well, I think you guys caught at least 10 pounds in every tournament.
The first 2 tournaments, Mooney. I think we actually caught 4 fish at Mooney for the first tournament last year. But the second tournament on the res, we caught 3 fish all day, but they were the 3 fish we needed.
Yeah.
And that's the exact same thing that happened to you at the Classic, right? You caught 3 fish all day, and they were the 3 you needed,
Well, it kind
right?
of happened all year, really. Like I changed my approach too, just from like Alderman. Like Alderman never came in saying he caught a bunch of fish. It was always like we had 4 bites. And he would always win. So it's like just trying to focus on the bigger bites.
The
and
big
just
bites.
Not like panicking if you're not getting bit. Like
Yeah.
just either stick with the plan and try different baits or just go to a different plan and try something else. But just be patient. Like all you need is 3 bites.
Where's that big mama going to be hanging out? Is what I'm trying to where my mind is always at.
Yeah. Keep throwing that big fish bait or wherever you think they're gonna hit. Like whether it's a jerk bait or a jig or like
Totally, man.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. The more we're doing it, now we're 3 or 4 years in. Like, just how much I've learned about fishing and just how to, you know, pick a bait or pick spots and not stick to a plan too much. Being able to,
Yeah, and I think our success this year like speaks to how like being a versatile angler is just so key, and being able to fish a jerkbait at the right time, fish a jig at the right time, throw a Senko at the right time, throw a drop shot at the right time, whatever it may be. Because I don't think we won any tournament, you know, and a lot of times it's a mixed bag. You catch one of them on a Senko, you catch one of them on a chatterbait, like things like that. But I want to say, you know, like Mooney, the first one, all of our fish we caught on jerkbaits. Then on the res, I think we caught them all on either shaky heads or drop shots. Senkos. And then on Aquia, that was just like a pure Senko day for me.
Potomac is
dead stick in a Senko.
Senko, jackhammer, spinnerbait.
Just classics. Like don't overcomplicate things.
That's where I've kind of gotten to, where it's like you see all these, when you're getting into fishing, you see all these new baits and you want to try everything. But like now I've kind of like tried them. Now I'm like, it is just the basic baits that work. It's the same ones.
A lot of times it is.
It's a jerk bait, it's a jig,
But what you see with these guys
chatterbait.
catching, like that dude Caden who just caught the 10-pounder. What you see with those guys, those big fish hunters, is like those big glide baits. They're big fish catchers for sure. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. That's something that, like, looking ahead for this year, like where I want to improve is in the area of like getting better at throwing those bigger glide baits and things like that.
Yeah, I didn't really throw them in the tournaments, but I've caught a few on the glides.
I've seen Justin do like a complete 360 over the past like 3 or 4 years. Just like he was like really into golf, and he's like, you know what, I could be kind of good at both. And then he just started kind of devoting more on fishing and less on golfing. Not saying that he got worse at golfing, but it was like you spent a lot of time, like a lot of like, hey, what are you doing this weekend, Murtha? Like, hey, is anybody want to fish this weekend? Anybody want to fish tomorrow? Anybody want to fish today? Like, it was just constant, like, fish,
I'm
fish,
always
fish,
down.
fish, fish.
Well, I think that's kind of how I am. It's like, when I want to do something, I want to try to be like good at it. Like, try to do the right way or do the research and really like try to be.
I would say you learned a lot
quality.
very quickly.
Yeah, well,
and you took a lot of notes.
Yeah, but like I said, I grew up. I started fishing when I could walk with Brandon and my dad. Like I was fishing in high school all the time. Like it was definitely there. I just hadn't really done it in a while, and I never had a boat. I had my dad's boat. I used to run the trolling motor for and do all that stuff. But yeah, just getting back into it and like
getting serious about it. You know?
and
Getting a little more serious.
Learning
about it.
other fisheries besides Lake Manassas. Just like I'd never really been out there before. Like I knew how to catch them on Lake Manassas, but not the Res or Potomac and Lake Mooney and like how to fish deep and like
I mean,
when to throw certain things.
And I think that's what makes you a better angler, and I think that's what like makes this club stand out from some of the others. Is just the diversity of fisheries that we fish in the different ways. I mean, we're fishing lakes, we're fishing rivers, we're fishing tidal rivers.
Right.
We're fishing for smallmouth on the Shenandoah. We spent a lot of time on the Upper Potomac, not necessarily in the tournament series, but all of us like getting out on the Upper Potomac for smallmouth as well. So it's just the diversity of different places to fish, I think, makes this club unique.
Yeah, it's fun. Makes it really fun, dude. Just like going from Mooney to Aquia.
Right. So different. So different.
Yeah, like it makes it so much fun. Who wants to? It's just not in me to fish the same place over and over and over. Like the Res, 2 times every month.
I respect those guys. We all do. They're sticks, bro. They know how to fish. Like they're amazing anglers. That crew. But for me, man, the idea of like 2 Sundays a month just out on the Res, like for 10 hours, like no thanks. I'm good.
And same with golf. I have buddies that just play Prince William Golf Course in Bristow, and like they're fun, but like I can only do that so much. I'm like, I want to play something else or something I've never played before. Like, and that's where that idea came from. Like,
and it's so rewarding when you go to like a new place or you fish a different place or maybe a place that you fished before but you haven't had success on, and then you like have success.
Yeah.
It feels so good. Dude. Like, it's just such a jolt of like, man, I can do this, you know?
The Mooney, the October Mooney tournament.
That was amazing.
That was awesome, dude.
That was amazing.
How we all, all 3 of us crushed it, dude.
For me and Murtha,
Chris really crushed it.
Brandon crushed it.
I lost my. I had one good one. I lost my other good one, and that's when Chris stepped up. I think I told the story on the fishing in DMV already, but that's when Chris stepped up. He just sort of patted me on the back and he said, "You just hang out there and relax." And then he stepped up onto the front of the boat and just whipped a drop shot at this island and like, boop. That's what he always says when he catches one. Boop. And I'm like, "Is it?" I just picked my head up slowly. I'm like, "Is it a good one?" He's like, "I don't know." And all of a sudden it jumps out of the water. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is!"
Damn.
Grabbed the net and that was a good one.
Yeah, man.
And we thought it was going to be bad because the forecast looked, the nor'easter coming in, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Ended up being,
that was rough, dude.
Ended up being the best thing that could ever happen to us.
I had a gut feeling that it was going to be like that because it's so bad normally. And when it's nice and sun's out, I'm like, it has to be good now. Like, there's no other way. They have to be shallow. There's no other way.
It's windy. It's overcast.
Go to the protected banks. And it ended up being that spinner baits and that kind of stuff for us. But
that was my first big fish. Was on a spinner bait.
I'm excited for the upcoming season.
Yeah,
man. Fun with me and Brandon being consistent partners, and you guys consistent partners. If you can get you and Nick as consistent partner.
Yeah.
I think that'd be.
Yeah, and I think a
Good
big
balance.
goal for you guys, like as a club, and I'm obviously doing everything I can to help out, is growing the club and getting the word out there, man. I'd love to see an influx of new anglers come out. I know we've already had a couple of new guys reach out to you, so yeah, just like I think that's a great goal for this organization, is to just try to grow and get some more boats out there this year.
I would like to have 10, 12 boats.
Yeah,
But 10 to 15 boats is like
Would be
it'd be
sick.
amazing.
perfect.
It'd be really good.
Yeah. Well, we need some more members like you. That are actually like into it
Yeah,
and like
dude.
end up being like part of the crew. Like that's the members that
I live
are
for
the
it,
best,
man.
for sure.
And anybody could do it, man. Like
Yeah, anyone's
like
welcome.
I talked
Yeah.
about this on that on with Thomas on the Fishing the DMV, man. If you're out there and listening to this right now and you're a bank fisherman, like just make the jump, man. It doesn't take a lot. You can just go on Facebook Marketplace, spend a couple $100 on a John boat, and you can come out and compete with us. Like,
and you have fun, and we're cool. We're not gonna like act like you're not supposed to be there, or
Exactly.
like, what is this guy? This guy? It's like, oh, dude, you could probably beat us, right?
Right.
You might beat us today.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I know from past experience, I mean, I used to have that little 10-foot V-bottom John boat, and then I had a 14 flat-bottom John boat that was very small. But, I mean, the flat-bottom John boat I bought was like $100. Bought a trolling motor for it for like $75. Bought a battery for like $100. And then I ended up getting like a 9.9 for like $50 from some old guy. And, I mean, I had to do like minimal work to it, but, I mean, got me on the water.
and really other than the res and like maybe Aquia, we really don't run. And even at Aquia, you're mostly in no wake zones. Like, when we're out on Mooney, everybody's on their trolling motors.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you're out on the Occoquan River, it's all no wake zone the whole time. So we can run at idle speed, and so we got a little bit of an advantage in terms of speed. But like trolling motor's going to get you there too.
Yeah.
Like so.
A motor is not a necessity. You can get away with trolling
Right,
motor
and
only.
even on the res, there's so many places where there's good fish on the res that if you got a trolling motor, like you might not be able to run all the way up lake, but you can hang around within a mile or two of the ramp and still get back on your trolling motor and have a good time.
Yeah. Vaughn and I won the first Blues tournament at the Res. I just got my boat.
A bull run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I propane motor. And I bought a couple of those camping little propane
Oh
tanks.
yeah.
And it wouldn't. That's not compatible. So I had only a trolling motor, and we ended up winning. And we just stayed right there by Bull Run and just like went up right around the first couple of spots, and we ended up winning. There's only 3 boats, but still counts.
Hey, it's a win.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, that's part 2. We'll do a part 3 real quick with some fun questions and stuff.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
part
good.
3 coming up.